is a good day and that you have many, many more good days in front of you. But no matter how well any of us are doing on this good day, the unfortunate reality of life remains that all of us are likely to face bad days in the future, no matter how distant that future may seem right now. When it comes to matters of health, particularly as we and our loved ones get older, it's predictable that all of us are likely to face hard challenges the longer we live, and that is multiplied by the amount of people we are directly responsible for. You may not want to ask yourself this question, but what if something unexpected happened to you today or tomorrow? How would your family be impacted, particularly those who are relying on you? Is there a plan in place for the bad days that all of us will inevitably face? Just like the best time to prepare for the storm is before storm season arises, so too is it best to prepare for the toughest seasons of your life during these times, which are relatively good and free from the storms. If you don't feel confident that you're prepared for those bad days ahead, either for yourself or your family, give Patrick Hyland a call right now. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. Patrick has insurance solutions and years of experience helping people plan for their financial future and guiding them through the storms of their lives. When it comes to matters of health, finances, and the challenges that go along with getting older, Patrick's experience can help you find the right answers. You can't ensure that bad days ahead won't happen, but you can insure yourself against the worst possible scenarios. So buy yourself some peace of mind while your skies are still peaceful and call Patrick Hyland today, 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. And if you're a veteran, we thank you for your service.
Passionate about sports? Want to talk college, prep, or pros? It's time to enter the Sports Zone with Patrick Hyland. Call in. Tell Patrick how you see it. In Hillsboro, 813-289-1860. Anywhere else, toll free 877-969-8600. And now your host, Patrick Hyland.
All right. Welcome into the Zone, the Sports Zone. We're going to have a great time today talking about college and the NFL and about investing and about the scandal this week. Very interesting. But before we get started, I have to do a shout out for our military, because without the military, this show would not be happening, because freedom isn't free, folks. And God bless, all our military personnel and our police department, our state troopers. They're just looking to get home at night, just like all of us. Abide by the laws. Won't be any problems. So let's look out for them too and be respectful, follow the laws. And our teachers out there, they're trying every day to make our kids better. So let's help them in that endeavor by sending your kid to school with the right attitude. So that being said, God bless our first responders also. And now let's talk a little college football. In studio with me is Josh Levinson. Josh, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How you doing today?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Scott's going to try to reach us on the phone lines if he can. He's making some food orders out there in the field for all the restaurants out there with the big New Orleans and Tampa Bay game today. It should be a rocking and roll Sunday at a lot of the sports pubs, and Scott's out there hustling, making it happen. So good old Otto Manelli Foods rocking and rolling out there. Well, it was an interesting Sunday in college football, Josh. Saturday, I said Sunday. Wow, that would be kind of wild. Well, you know what? It's funny. You know what? That was probably a Freudian slip, because I see college football becoming pro football here before we know it. So there you go. So
you're ahead of the game.
Yes.
You're looking into your crystal ball, looking into the future.
Yes, I love that. Hey, I was looking in my crystal ball in 1980 saying that a college football playoff would happen in my lifetime. So that's pretty, that's 40 years ahead of time.
Absolutely.
Pretty wild, huh?
No, that's definitely where everything's headed. I don't think there's any doubt about that. The SEC and Big Ten kind of becoming developmental leagues. Development, how
there you go.
MLB has a farm system.
That's it.
The only difference is that it's not officially, integrated.
Yeah, the NBA has their development league. You have baseball with their minor leagues. Hockey has its AHL league. Soccer, overseas.
Soccer overseas. Yeah, exactly. They have entire academies dedicated to this stuff. And so you do see that at the IMG level. Yes. But again, you don't see the Bucks invest in
No.
someone from the grade school level,
No.
which obviously there are downsides to that, but there are plenty of young athletes who make it a commitment to, they're gonna.
You can do that at 13 or 14, I think. Then you know if a kid really wants to get into it.
Yeah.
And then you invest for a couple years. And then at 16, we still on the same path, Johnny? Fantastic.
Because colleges do. You have the
Yes.
colleges that get involved. Wouldn't it be interesting if the Bulls were, like a feeder program for the Bucks?
Yes.
It was just, all that.
Yeah,
It
I
become
hear what
like
you're
a city
saying.
by city thing where
just like
everyone's in sync.
junior high football fed into the
Uh-huh.
senior high football.
Yeah.
That's how it used to be, Josh. Seriously, it was kind of funny. You had your Pop Warner leagues. And what would happen is all the 8th and 9th graders would get ready to play in 10th grade JV, or if you're really good, you could make the varsity team as you go into 10th grade. So pretty interesting.
Oh, you've seen guys that be offered scholarships in
Yeah.
8th grade, 7th grade, that sort of thing. Look, you got the business is growing. That's what it is. It is a big business, and there's only more and more money. And I do think college football is one. There's something very special and very unique about it that it doesn't have. The gameplay isn't as good as it is at the professional level, because it's not the professional level, but there's something to be said about the magic and the pageantry and all of that. College football does have something that a lot of the other ones don't.
I think that's going to go away, Josh, unfortunately. Let's talk about the college football docket yesterday. Really no upsets, which is kind of unusual for this first time this week.
Our Bulls, who I did just reference, unfortunately.
Yeah, they lost, but that was a pick'em game in my world. I'm not going to call that an upset. Memphis is a good team. South Florida's a good team. It was in Memphis. It's tough to go up there and play. They got some great athletes on Memphis, a lot of speed. 34-31, what a game. That was the closest thing to an upset. You're right, Josh.
I think
all of them.
I think they were the only
ranked team to lose.
That wasn't facing another ranked team.
Right, exactly.
Well,
Totally.
no, Illinois lost to Washington. They got spanked, actually, 42-25. And it looks like
True, they're ranked 23rd.
Arizona State went down to Houston as well.
Yeah, I'm surprised Houston.
There were a couple, but to your point, there wasn't anything at the top of the board.
No.
Ole Miss did, again, they are the lower seed, but the Lane Kiffin beating a ranked team on the road, that was kind of the last monkey on his shoulder, if you will.
Yeah, I just don't see Lane leaving, Oxford. I think he'd be foolish. That's my own humble opinion, and I'll tell you why, Josh.
Yeah.
Wherever he goes, man, they're going to expect more than ever. Number one, Oxford loves the guy. If they could pull off a national championship this year, which it would be tough, but anything can happen. You get those 3 or 4 games to where you play like superstars, you win it all, or in a year or two, he wins it all. We're talking, they're going to erect a statue if he stays there for another 10 years, Lane Kiffin.
Absolutely. It depends on what he wants.
There's the ticket.
So
does he want a legacy or does he want the bread?
Well, he probably wants both. And so, look at it that way.
Get both.
If he does end up winning a national championship somehow, some way this year, I think that would make it easier for him to leave.
And in some respects it would,
Yeah,
because you've proven your point. I'm going to go do it somewhere else now to even make me more of a,
and so to your
stud.
point, according to reports, and he might have been on the record saying it himself, Lane has always seen Steve Spurrier as like a spiritual, not a role model necessarily, but like his idol, if you will.
Oh, it's that Florida gig.
Yeah. And so obviously Urban Meyer had his heyday there, but that felt more like a blip than like actually establishing anything. Obviously they were dominant, but
they have some stains on their resume now, unfortunately.
As time is going
it's
on.
sad.
Yeah.
It's sad more than anything.
Lane supposedly he's attracted to the idea of taking over for Spurrier. And look, they both are, someone was saying the similarities between the two are pretty funny. They both run these high-powered, high-flying offenses and a visor.
Yeah.
And so it really is just kind of the second coming.
Well, and they both have some good remarks too at times.
Absolutely. They got the personality.
Yes.
They have, it would be the perfect takeover in that sense. And
I don't know this about Lane, Josh.
Go ahead.
I would love to know if this is the case. Okay. Steve Spurrier, people don't realize this about Steve, but he can dish it out as well as take it like a man. A lot of people can't do that. They can dish it out, but they can't take it. And I'll tell you what happened. He was joking around with Free Shoes U, your good old Florida State. And then we'll talk about Florida State here in a minute and see what they're going to do. They won yesterday. That was good. They beat by, so that was nice. And
you can't lose when you don't play.
Well, hey, they beat by. We're going to give them the, look at the positive. What happened was, Josh, Steve Spurrier said, hey, you can't spell Citrus Bowl without UT, because, he's not real happy with the University of Tennessee, playing high school ball up there and then passing on him. He was like, oh, okay. So now for the rest of his life, he has a chip on his shoulder for Tennessee. So what happened was, though, Josh, they kind of had one of those down years. They were like 8-4, and Penn State was 8-4. So they went to Orlando to play in the Citrus Bowl, and a Tennessee alumni guy flew in his little Cessna with behind it, hey, Steve, welcome to our winter home. And it was hilarious.
That's great.
And some of them, oh, this is not funny, Steve. He goes, yes, it is. See, and that's what I'm talking about. If you're going to dish it out, you better be able to take Steve. And on the golf course, hey, he'll talk some trash, but he can take it too when you say, hey, nice slice there, coach, So it works both ways.
Some people have thicker skin than others. The people that have better senses of humor and don't get offended by everything and can take a joke, they tend to be more fun to hang out with. Those are the people I want to hang out with.
Same here.
People want to get offended by things. People can get offended by things.
If you want to get offended, okay, I can still hang with you, Josh.
Yeah.
But then you better not be dishing it out. Then have a good day.
Yeah, that's when it's like, all right,
I see where you're at. It's all about you. You can take it, but you can't dish it out. You can dish it out, but you can't take it.
There's just a bunch of lamos in this world, man. That's the reality.
Talking about lamos, UCLA, a big 6 points. What team shows up? I don't know. I know Indiana's great, Josh. Don't get me wrong.
That part.
I know.
No, that part. This Indiana team is an absolute juggernaut, man. I mean,
they might be able to beat Ohio State.
I think they have the best chance. I don't know if they're actually going to be able to, but
I said they might be able to.
They have the best chance.
Alabama's getting hot too, man.
I know.
Hey, Charles, man, if you're listening, or Charles's wife, if maybe the radio's on, tell him to call in. And if he can't call in, I'd love to hear from you, ma'am. Anyway.
It feels like at the end of the year, it's going to be Ohio State, Indiana, Bama, Georgia.
Yeah, that's what it does feel like.
It really does. So you're going to have those three strongholds that are always there. And then look, man. We talk about these schools and how things are changing so much. This is a time right now where if you get the right coach in the right place, you can truly build something. And that is what Cignetti is doing. Last year felt more like a fluke. This year feels legit. They are rolling over people. Winning at Oregon, that's not an easy thing to do, man. For anyone, that's never been easy. They come in, they do it, and they're just mowing people over. There hasn't been a letdown spot. There hasn't been a look ahead because Cignetti is that guy. He's not he's not your Norvell or your Billy or whoever who's gonna.
Well, that's the other thing. I was talking to some guys yesterday, Josh, about that, and they're Florida State alumni like you. Oh, get rid of Norvell, this and that. And I said, I hear you. The problem with their position holding water is, he's 20-24 against the ACC. You can't have that. You got to be 30-14 in your own conference to be considered a great coach. That being said, you got to give these guys 3 to 4 years, Josh. I was telling the fellas, because look at Deion. He's having a rough time in Colorado now because he lost all his great players. That's going to happen. That's why I think you have to give a coach every 3 years, kind of judge him and then make a decision. Everybody wants to snap and fire the coach immediately, Josh. Look at last week. People were saying, oh, Todd Bowles, coach of the year. Baker Mayfield, MVP. Then freaking Tuesday morning, Baker's average and fire Todd Bowles.
You can go even, it's a full circle, or it's the horseshoe theory, because y'all wanted to fire Todd as well.
Yeah.
So
before, it's just crazy, Josh.
I hate, again, every single time we win, it's because of Baker. Every single time we lose, it's because of Todd.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen this past Monday night because Baker, our whole team just got smacked, kind of like we said. But I just don't. I don't know. You've got to be able to respond. You've got to be able to. Everyone can have their own opinions. I just wish. I don't know. I'm a Todd truther. I'm a Todd apologist. I think he's really good. I always think he's been underrated. He got a bad start with the Jets because nobody is able to do anything with the Jets.
Oh, come on. This year they're looking great. You got Justin Fields playing quarterback today, and who's going to be the wide receiver? Garrett Wilson's out. Alan Lazard. No, he went with Rodgers to Pittsburgh. Oh, no, he didn't this time. Anyway.
Did you hear all the comments Woody Johnson was saying this week, though?
I know.
I mean, guys, what are you doing? We get on these players all the time about how, they're distractions, keep your mouth shut, just play, positive attitude, all this stuff. And he's coming out here and he's like, oh, well, if we could just complete a pass.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's your quarterback. That's just signed. And now you're starting him again this week because Tyrod got hurt.
Yeah.
They're a joke. And so to your point, though, about having humility, and being able to talk bad about whatever. Woody Johnson did make a comment being like, well, I'm clearly not a good owner because I don't win.
There you go.
He said, yeah, someone's asking, what does it make to be a good owner or something like that? And he goes, I'm not a good owner in terms of winning. And I like how he said in terms of winning, though, because that's that acknowledgement. Hey, this is a business. We're trying to make
W's and L's.
We're
baby.
trying to make money here.
Yeah, there's no doubt. What about Miami, man? Do they got a shot this year to maybe make a run in the playoffs?
Hurricanes?
Yeah,
They
I
do.
think they could.
Talking about these coaches and everything, I trust Cristobal makes some silly decisions sometimes at the end of games, and that is always going to be hard to trust. But I after seeing what Carson Beck did, I can't trust him in a big game at all. But I'm talking about when they lost and all those interceptions.
4 interceptions.
Did
brother.
you see they wore camouflage uniforms? Or they have these camouflage, whatever it is.
You know what's crazy about that, Josh? And you might not remember this, so that's cool. I mean, we're going back to 1986, bro. So, I mean, you weren't even born, bro. They went to the Fiesta Bowl to play Penn State. They got off the plane in camo like they were in the military. And Penn State was like, oh, you think it's a war? You wait and see. And they drilled. Penn State hit harder that game than any game. They lost 14-10. They had a shot, Miami, to win at the end, but they picked off Vinny in the end zone and won 14-10. And it was a good game. Vinny ran his butt off because they came to play, and it was a real tough game and a good game. But I'm saying the point of me bringing that, freaking 40 years ago up is, wouldn't you learn to maybe stay away from the camouflage? I know they kicked butt last night, but still, I would never wear camouflage again,
to say the least.
Well, yeah,
Stanford. My whole thing was, look, if Carson Beck just came off a game throwing 4 interceptions, why are we going to wear uniforms that make it even harder for him to see his teammates?
Yeah, there you go. Good point.
Although I guess he can't see him already anyway. So
just throw it out there and pray, man. Carson, we're going to find out. Vito, we're going to get to you in just a minute. We're going to take a quick time out here on AM 860, The Answer. But guys, I was just thinking, man, listen to this guy. He has 3 baby mamas, 5 kids.
Vito?
No, not Vito. Vito's a good guy, bub. I wouldn't do that to my boy. He does have 5 kids, though. Anyway, but he doesn't have 3 baby mamas. But this cat has 5 kids, 3 baby mamas, a legal immigrant, okay, lives in government housing, and they don't like the guy. And that would be Donald Trump, your president. Folks, we're going to take a quick time out here on AM 860, The Answer. We'll be back in just 2 minutes.
Happy Sunday from the Sports Zone with Patrick Highland. And we do hope that it's a happy day and that everything is going as well for you and your family as it possibly can. That today is a good day and that you have many, many more good days in front of you. But no matter how well any of us are doing on this good day, the unfortunate reality of life remains that all of us are likely to face bad days in the future, no matter how distant that future may seem right now. When it comes to matters of health, particularly as we and our loved ones get older, it's predictable that all of us are likely to face hard challenges the longer we live, and that is multiplied by the amount of people we are directly responsible for. You may not want to ask yourself this question, but what if something unexpected happened to you today or tomorrow? How would your family be impacted, particularly those who are relying on you? Is there a plan in place for the bad days that all of us will inevitably face? Just like the best time to prepare for the storm is before storm season arises, so too is it best to prepare for the toughest seasons of your life during these times, which are relatively good and free from the storms. If you don't feel confident that you're prepared for those bad days ahead, either for yourself or your family, give Patrick Highland a call right now. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. Patrick has insurance solutions and years of experience helping people plan for their financial future and guiding them through the storms of their lives. When it comes to matters of health, finances, and the challenges that go along with getting older, Patrick's experience can help you find the right answers. You can't ensure that bad days ahead won't happen, but you can insure yourself against the worst possible scenarios. So buy yourself some peace of mind while your skies are still peaceful and call Patrick Highland today, 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. And if you're a veteran, we thank you for your service.
Welcome back to the Sports Zone. Let's get back to the discussion. In Hillsboro, 813-289-1860. Anywhere else, toll free 877-969-8600. And now your host, Patrick Highland.
All right, folks, thanks for hanging in there with us on a beautiful Sunday morning here in Tampa Bay. It is October the 26th, baby, 2025, about 11:25, and we appreciate you tuning in and checking us out. Vito, thanks for your patience. What's on your mind today, sir?
What's up, Bella? How you guys doing?
Pretty good, my friend. What's happening?
Oh, same stuff. A little golf this morning.
There you go. How did you hit him?
I shot an 80 with a triple, so and that's not bad. I probably shot best I had in a little while, so I'm pretty
good for you, man.
Excited about that. Yeah,
that'll work every time. How about the ball game last night? The Jays and the Dodgers. What's your thoughts on
that? I'll tell you, boy. Listen, here's a guy you want. Now, this is the guy you want. Here's a guy. He doesn't say boo. He doesn't speak the language, but even if he did, he wouldn't say nothing. He goes out his last two starts, has thrown complete games, which are unheard of. All right, in the NLCS and then in the World Series. And oh, by the way, he's the last one in the dugout because he's cleaning the dugout out of all the crap that all the other players left. So tell me that guy isn't the guy you want on your team.
That's a team guy right there, brother. Love that guy for that. So, yeah, man, pretty interesting. Who's going to win the series?
I still, if anybody could beat the Dodgers, I think it would be the Blue Jays. But I still think, I can't see it. I just can't see them beating Glasnow, Yamamoto, and Snell. I just don't see it, and not to mention, their bullpen has been good. The Blue Jays are good. They don't strike out a lot, which is good. They struck out a little bit last night, but it's just too much firepower. And Dodgers hit all the time. Gosman was good last night until he wasn't.
Yes,
the rookie was good. It was good until they got him out. I don't see it. I just don't see how the Dodgers could lose this. I mean, I would be a little surprised, not overwhelmed, but I think the Dodgers at 6, if you ask me.
Yeah, I said 6 before the series started. We'll see if I'm right, Vito.
Where's your boy Scott? Where is he?
Oh, he's out. He's out working hard. I got to give him credit.
Yeah, he's out because he can't face the music of that. Mayfield's really not that top quarterback here.
Oh, you think that? Oh, Josh, I forgot about that. You think he's hiding on us, Josh?
It's awfully convenient.
Oh!
It's awfully convenient.
Wow, you guys are cold.
Hey, listen, when my boy Sinner took a nap against Alvarez, I didn't call him that week because I don't want to hear Josh's baloney.
So there you go. Oh, I'm going to have to check. Josh, can we check his GPS? Okay, I'll talk to Robin and see if we can track his GPS because she'd have it.
We know she has one.
Right,
definitely.
exactly.
Yep.
So anyway, what about your Penn State Nittany Lions? How did they look yesterday?
Who?
Oh, you love your Penn State boys. And Coach Franklin, you're sad that he left. You are. He got fired, but left. I'm saying it nice, Hey, they were just like Florida State yesterday. They both beat by. So give them credit, right?
Yeah. So, I guess if you don't play, you can't lose, right?
Right on, brother. How about who are your top, let's go with 8 teams that have a shot to win it all in college football? And if you don't have 8, forget it.
I could come up with 8, buddy.
You can come up with 8 that realistically can win. Most people are saying 4. Go.
No,
I like this, Vito.
Yeah, here's the thing. Obviously, I heard you guys saying before, I agree with Josh wholeheartedly, which it hurts me to say, but I do. Ohio State, Indiana, okay, Alabama, Georgia. Those are your 4 staples right now. That's the 4 powerhouses, and I think those are the teams that are going to sit on top of the mountain at the moment. Now, there's another 4 that I think have an outside shot if things fall. If they hit the right time, they get better than what they're doing now. And that's A&M. They haven't lost yet. So, that's still a good team. Are they with the other 4? I don't think so. Oregon can still, do some damage. They've been there before. It's a good squad, well coached. They get games at home, get games on turf. They could be dangerous. I would love to say Miami. but I'm happy I'm not saying Miami because you know how much I love Miami. So I'm gonna exclude them because Beck to me he's a little bit of a pretender. All right, I'm gonna say this. People aren't gonna like it, but I'm gonna say it because the ACC ain't that strong. But you know, listen, how good is Georgia Tech?
Yep, they're
How
pretty
good are
good.
they?
I think they're fantastic,
All right.
Vito. And I think at that level, having a Heisman capable quarterback like they have in Haynes King, I'm telling you, man, that could be the difference maker right there. I like Pavia, Diego for Vanderbilt too.
Vandy,
I don't know
baby.
if they're as good, but I'm telling Haynes King, they could make a deep run.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I
don't-
trust him
don't
more than
think-
Carson Beck.
I don't.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. And I think the other thing would be Ole Miss.
you better put in them Rebels.
Yeah, I think they got listen, they play all the good teams every year, and this year they can compete with them a little bit more. And if anybody can compete with somebody, they got a chance to win. So I think that's your 8 that got a chance. I don't see anybody beating Ohio State at the moment. I just don't.
Gotcha.
But things change. I mean, they're head and shoulders above everybody else. I know Indiana's strong. I know Indiana has kind of whitewashed everybody they played. I mean, they haven't really played anybody yet. So we'll see. You know, kind of see. I trust me. I would love to see Cignetti, take down those guys over there in Buckeye State. I would love it. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
Give me 3 NFL picks you like today, Vito.
3 NFL picks, man. Listen, this is the week to play the favorite. I mean, I can't even.
Should have
tell
done it
you-
in college yesterday. We could have made some bread. Go ahead.
Yeah, I lost some bread yesterday. Anyway, I can't see the Bills losing to a backup quarterback. I know the game is in Carolina, but I don't care. Josh Allen has never lost 3 games in a row. He's always won off a bye. McDermott, the same thing. The Red Rifle, I don't think. They I'm sorry.
Can you believe
Allen
Dalton's
and that
still
running
playing?
team-
I still
He's
can't
still
believe
playing.
Dalton's still playing.
Dalton, Flacco, Aaron
We're
Rodgers.
going to see him in an hour and a half.
I know.
They got their first round pick back finally. The Bills at cornerback, so they'll be a little bit better there. They don't have the tools to beat Buffalo on any field any day. I don't think. So I think I take the points with the Bills. I'm sorry, but excuse me. Somehow the Ravens are still favored. I know the game is home, but without Jackson, that's a whole different team. It's a whole different team. I know Chicago don't play well against the run, but I think Chicago, that's not a problem. They should win that game easy. Cincinnati, take the Colts, take Denver, all those favorites. I think, they all covered today. Even Indy with the 14.5, I think they cover. So go favorites. Last week was underdogs a little bit. Go favorites this week, but don't say that I said anything, or I'll lie and say that I didn't.
Well, that's the way. When are you running for Congress?
Soon. You'll get my campaign manager's phone call soon. Don't worry.
Right. I like it, Vito. Hey, man, thanks for calling in. You take care. Have a wonderful day and rest of the weekend. And we're going to take another quick time out here on AM 860 The Answer. And when we come back, boy, we're going to talk about the Miami Dolphins at the Atlanta Falcons. I'm excited, Josh, about this one. We'll be right back.
Happy Sunday from the Sports Zone with Patrick Highland. And we do hope that it's a happy day and that everything is going as well for you and your family as it possibly can. That today is a good day and that you have many, many more good days in front of you. But no matter how well any of us are doing on this good day, the unfortunate reality of life remains that all of us are likely to face bad days in the future, no matter how distant that future may seem right now. When it comes to matters of health, particularly as we and our loved ones get older, it's predictable that all of us are likely to face hard challenges the longer we live, and that is multiplied by the amount of people we are directly responsible for. You may not want to ask yourself this question, but what if something unexpected happened to you today or tomorrow? How would your family be impacted, particularly those who are relying on you? Is there a plan in place for the bad days that all of us will inevitably face? Just like the best time to prepare for the storm is before storm season arises, so too is it best to prepare for the toughest seasons of your life during these times, which are relatively good and free from the storms. If you don't feel confident that you're prepared for those bad days ahead, either for yourself or your family, give Patrick Highland a call right now. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. Patrick has insurance solutions and years of experience helping people plan for their financial future and guiding them through the storms of their lives. When it comes to matters of health, finances, and the challenges that go along with getting older, Patrick's experience can help you find the right answers. You can't ensure the bad days ahead won't. Insure yourself against the worst possible scenario. So buy yourself some peace of mind while your skies are still peaceful and call Patrick Highland today. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. And if you're a veteran, we thank you for your service.
Welcome back to the Sports Zone. Let's get back to the discussion. In Hillsboro, 813-289-1860. Anywhere else, toll free 877-969-8600. And now your host, Patrick Highland.
All right, folks, thanks for hanging in there with us here on AM 860 The Answer, Salem Communications. Also, you can check me out on Cal Warren's show tomorrow. He goes from 2 to 6 in the morning, so you wake up early or can't sleep, check him out. He always has the pulse on what's going on in this country, and he's doing a great job in that segment for people to listen to, and check him out. Cal Warren Show. It's fantastic. And we'll talk about what happened in the world of sports today on his show from 5:45 to 6 o'clock. So please tune in and check him out, and appreciate everybody listening to Josh and I today here on the Sports Zone. And now it's time to talk about the wonderful Dolphins. 1-6, baby. What a record at the Falcons. Talk about helping out Tampa Bay. It'd sure be nice if they could knock off the Falcons today to give the Bucs a little love, and then beat the Saints, and then Carolina lose. Woo! Get the Bucs back up there 2 games ahead of everybody, Josh. That's what I'm looking for, brother. Do you think there's any prayer the Dolphins can blow this in with Kirk Cousins being at quarterback?
I don't think
We're going to find out.
next to Kirk is that much of a downgrade, if it's downgrade at all. Drake London is out now too, though. Your wide receiver 1 and your QB 1. That's suboptimal.
Yes.
But you know what makes that easier is facing the Miami Dolphins. So I think they might be able to overcome
So
this. And
you
I
tell
still
me-
think they win by 10.
The Miami Dolphins.
They're trash, dude. We talked about this before the season, and you can see.
They're not going to the Super Bowl.
But you
like
can
the song
see
says.
that what's his face has just lost it all. He looks so overwhelmed. He's not a head coach. He's a coordinator. He's going to be an amazing coordinator. Like the Eagles will probably sign him to be the run game coordinator, and then they'll go back to averaging 250 running yards a game. It's gonna. I mean, that's how this stuff goes. Like Saleh back with the Niners now. The guy is so. They need like Mike McDaniel. Not Mike McDaniel. They have Mike McDaniel. Mike McCarthy.
Right.
They just need a traditional, boring football coach. Just class. Just get back to basics. This team has been just trying to.
Can you imagine if Campbell would have stayed at Miami? He might have been elevated to the head coaching position by this time. Detroit sure loves that he isn't.
It's been but what he's done is incredible.
Isn't
it's
it,
been
though?
an absolute mess since the whole. I mean, it's been a mess ever since Dan Marino. But it's the whole
Can you
Brian Flores situation.
Oh God.
And he's still good again, coaching, doing his thing.
good
I mean,
coach.
it's.
It's funny you brought up the Marino situation since we're talking about the Dolphins. The last great quarterback in the last 25 years for Dolphin, and he wasn't that great, but he was serviceable.
Chad Pennington.
Yeah, good job, Josh.
Yeah.
Come on, man. How ridiculous is that? And I like Chad. Nice kid, good job, good heart. But I mean, we really haven't had anybody down in Miami to throw the rock like that.
You know what's
And
wild
you need it
with the AFC East, because a lot of that had to do with Belichick and Brady dominating for as long as
Oh,
they
absolutely.
did. And then obviously the Bills had their whole run.
Sure.
And these poor Bills fans, though, they got Josh Allen. They're finally back in it. It's like, all right, time to shine. Brady's gone. Belichick is gone. It's our era. And here comes Drake May.
I know.
Here comes Drake
It's
May.
the truth,
to
man.
Take over. They got Vrabel right in there. I mean, Drake May looks like I'm not trying to get carried away here. He could be a better version of Josh Allen. He's big. He can
Wow.
move. He
Okay.
can sling that thing.
We're going to see.
And
I
remember
like
when-
the kid. I liked him in NC. I said he could be a good NFL quarterback. And everybody looked at me like, you sure? And I go, he's not. Who's the last quarterback who came from NC who did a little chokey choke? Our boy Ken Zaire. God rest your soul. He went to the Bears, and then he didn't do very well. And
Didn't Trubisky also? Wasn't he NC to the Bears?
That's it.
I always conflate all the Duke and North
You got it.
Carolina
Good job,
quarterbacks.
bro.
Daniel Jones? Indiana Jones is time. I mean,
he got a new
fit-
life, but it takes
it matters so much in the NFL. You
Here's
got to be in a good situation. What have we always said? If Mahomes got drafted by the Jets, he
Yes.
probably would have been out of the league by now.
Yes, exactly. And here's the thing, Josh, that people don't realize. We talk about NFL coaches, we talk about college coaches. It takes 3 to 4 years. Guess what? It takes the same thing for an NFL quarterback. And it sure helps if you can have the same coordinator for those 3 or 4 years.
Absolutely.
That's why you got to have that cohesion. You have to have the guys stick together. And that's how you get a team that wins and makes it happen. And I just hope that it gets going. Let's talk a little fantasy. I think Waddle could have a decent game today. So if you have him on your team, you hope he can, get you a few. I'm talking the flex position.
He could. There's
Yeah.
just that entire offense is so hard
It's
to trust.
sad.
You hope that Achane can kind of spam his way into some PPR points.
Exactly, Josh.
I think that's going to get worse before it gets. It's not going to get better. It's just
No,
only
it's
going to
not.
get worse.
Niners at the Texans. This is kind of an interesting game.
This is one of those that makes zero sense to me. I think it's going to be another 2010 game like we
Yeah.
saw on Monday night. I don't see how Houston scores any points in this game.
No.
But Vegas has them favored. I get being at home gives you some, but
I like your thoughts. I think the under at 41.5 is just play the under and pray.
But San Fran, if McCaffrey gets going, I mean, he's been offensive player of the year
Yeah, you
level
just,
type guy. I like
yeah.
fade. I mean, getting into the micro betting now, but fading the Houston team total.
Yes.
So
yes.
if you can get them under 21.5, under
Yep.
22.5,
Yep.
that is, I do not see how they score 20 points. Nevertheless, more than that.
I agree.
It'd be
No.
a turnover, pick six, something like that.
Yeah, they're going to have to hope for a defensive touchdown or a punt
Their
return
offensive
kick.
line is so bad. They don't have
rough.
any receivers. Nick Chubb is dusted.
Yeah, poor Nicky. I like Chubby from Georgia.
I don't think, I mean, what is CJ Stroud? He's not.
No, he's not. All right. Well, here we go, man. The Jets, the worst team in the National Football League, 0-7, going to the Bengals. Here's a game where, if the Jets upset them, I wouldn't be surprised.
I would.
Really?
They're trash.
Okay.
You can't have your owner talking like that. These are just two teams where it's dysfunction top to bottom. And Joe
Okay.
Flacco revenge game, man. He's a serviceable veteran, and they've got you can throw the ball to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
Why do you say Flacco revenge game?
He was on the Jets
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah.
Don't you think they'd rather have him right now?
Yeah, that's true. I just think, the Ravens and then
You
Cleveland.
hating on my revenge game narrative?
No, I ain't hating on it. The Jets are just good. I mean, the
Trash.
Jets-
They're trash.
if I put the Jets and Miami together, could I have a good team?
If you no. How
How bad is that, Josh?
No, you still would.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd say yes, Patrick, but you can't.
We always joke about, would this team in college compete? I think Ohio State has kind of like a semi-professional program.
Yeah, but it's funny. It's like
It'd still be a 35-point spread.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Josh, its bottom line is this: in the National Football League, when you line up and you look across that line, you got 11 All-Americans. In college, you got 1 or 2.
Yep.
So that's your differential there. People don't realize that. Forget the size and the skill. It's just a whole different level. It's funny how you don't think so, but it is. Now, if you were to get a college all-star team together and let them practice for a month,
Well, then you're basically doing rookies versus veterans, right?
correct.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
It'd be cool.
They
It'd
used
be
to have
different.
that game, Josh.
They
Back
do
in
it
the
in
day.
the NBA.
There you go. They used to have it in the
To an
NFL,
extent.
and then the rookies beat the vets. They said, we're not going to do this anymore. So it's kind of funny. Browns and Patriots, your boy Drake May. I mean, he's probably a nice guy to have today because I could see him running one in and throwing a couple. Do you think he'll run
I
one
think
in
he's
today?
a nice guy to have every day. Yeah, no, he's phenomenal. He's a must-start guy. He's an MVP candidate.
Yep, you betcha. Giants at the Eagles.
Man,
Can the Giants pull off an upset, baby?
after what happened last week, how crazy was that? I stopped watching because I was like, all right, that's an L.
I need a
And
dark
30 points in the fourth quarter.
Terrible.
That's tough to come back from, man.
We're gonna see if Mr. Dart from Ole Miss and Mr. Scat, the Scataboo
So,
man, can
there's-
run like there's no way business. Here's the question, Josh: is Jalen Hurts gonna run one in today?
Yeah, probably.
There
I
you
think
go.
can kinda
I'm trying to
count
put
on
a
him.
little prop bet together, a little Drake May, a little
They don't
Jalen
have
Hurts.
AJ Brown, so yeah, I would
I
think
like
something
it.
like that. This Eagles team does not look the same at all. I don't know.
It wouldn't
what's up.
surprise you if the Giants pulled off a 23-20.
Exactly. I just wish that
Thank
they
you.
weren't coming off such a devastating loss because I don't think Dayball is your like rah. And like,
Yeah.
here's the thing with the Giants: Jackson Dart and Scottaboo are obviously very fun, very exciting guys.
Yes.
And I've been thinking about this with Tez Johnson
yes,
because he's exciting. He's
yes,
fun.
yes.
Is he reliable?
We don't know yet.
I mean, I know
I'm not going to say he is. I'm not going to say he isn't.
Is he reliable? And I know we're getting ahead of ourselves with our game now, but
That's all right.
Is he a reliable wide receiver too? Which is what we would need him to be. We need a guy to step up behind Bigabuka or whatever you call him.
I mean,
Bugaboo.
He's made some nice catches.
They've been crazy.
He has.
He also was running the same route as Mike Evans last week. I mean, we had all this miscommunication.
Yeah.
And so that's how I feel about Jackson.
He has the talent. Can he find a way to be an NFL route runner?
That
That's
is
the
how
question.
I feel about the Giants offense with Scattaboo and Jackson Dart, because they are obviously exciting. They are fun. They are entertaining. I don't know how dependable they are from a betting standpoint.
No, that's a good point. We talked about the Bills and the Panthers. I think Josh Allen runs one in today. What do you think? Those are my three guys running one in
Yes,
today.
the thing is they've been using James Cook a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the only
Cookie.
thing there. But I mean, yeah, of guys that you'd be looking at, I dig those.
And hey, the Bears and the Ravens. Okay, Josh. All right. Who's playing QB for the Ravens today?
Snoop, right? Tyler Huntley.
Snoop Dogg, baby.
Yeah.
We'll
He
see
could
what
run
does.
one. You want to get.
He was interesting in college at UCLA, and then he went up to Green Bay. I thought he was going to be the Jordan Love, but just didn't work out.
Right.
So
you
we'll
could
see what
do
happens.
Justin Fields because they don't have the receivers, and maybe they'll just be like, all right, fine. We can't throw a pass. We'll just run it in.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's a good idea,
Because
Josh.
the odds there might be a little bit better.
Yeah, I like it, man. So there we have it. We'll see
But
what happens.
the Bears
there.
Ravens, another line that is very, very, very strange to me. The Ravens have not looked, they're a totally different team without Lamar back there. Derrick Henry looks like Nick Chubb, this bad version of Nick Chubb.
I know.
When Lamar isn't back there. They need each other.
This is one of those games.
I think Chicago wins.
I know.
They're on the upswing. Baltimore.
This is where you take the alternate line, Josh. In my opinion, I don't need the 6.5. I'll bet him straight up at plus 200 and call it a day.
So not just the money line.
Right.
Just take the Bears to win. Yeah. I agree. I do. I
I
think
think it's a good bet. We'll
I think
see.
they pull it off today. I don't trust I've been saying this for weeks, man. I don't trust Harbaugh. I don't think it's old. It's time to move on. They gotta make a switch.
Yeah. How about the Cowboys at the Broncos?
Two teams that are kind of inconsistent.
Yeah.
I think Dallas can win because I think they can outscore Denver. That
Exactly.
offense is humming, dude. Dak Prescott, again, is looking like an MVP caliber guy. And godly, if Jerry Jones isn't the funniest owner in the league. Him and Woody Johnson. Jerry came out, or Jake Glazer's reporting, I guess, that they've been trying to trade for Max Crosby or Trey Hendrickson. Like, you did have an all-pro guy that you drafted that could have been...
They're a trip, dude.
This is what there's just time is a flat circle. You're talking about that with the coaches and having the same coordinator, like the Titans, for instance, right? They had their coach draft the rookie quarterback. Now they fire the coach, and then the new guy, whoever they bring in, probably going to want a different quarterback. And so it's this never-ending cycle of never getting on the same page, and it's just trying to catch up. You're always behind the eight ball. It's where the Bucs have done a good job. We've been losing our coordinators because they've been so good. But we have been, it's been Todd, it's been Jason Light, it's been Baker. We've been consistent. We have plans. We look ahead. And if you're just constantly trying to play catch up, that's why bad teams stay bad.
Yeah, man. No, it's crazy, Josh. I think the Cowboys look real good now, and with their offense, if they could get some defense, and like you just said, imagine if Parsons was still there. I'm telling you, if Parsons is still there, I guarantee they're at least 4-3 and 5-2 would
At
be
least.
out of the question.
We said they would have beat Philly in that first game with Micah
Yes, they would
Parsons.
have. And it's very sad
It's
that,
silly. I mean, that's the business side of it,
50
unfortunately.
and a half points. I don't know if they can get there, but if you made me, I'm going to say they're going to do
I
it.
wouldn't like the under. Every Dallas game is a shootout. I like so
Yes.
anytime I like all the Dallas guys in every game and whoever is facing Dallas because that secondary is just asking for a shootout.
No, I just I hope that'll be a good game. That's going to be your national game on CBS, and then we have the Fox game. We'll talk about the Bucs and Saints here in a minute. The Titans at the Colts. Here's another game you think, 14 and a half points. And I know Tennessee's rough, man. Talking about fantasy, you'd like to put Pollard in there as a flex guy, but you just can't do it, man. You talk about fading, Josh. You got to fade the whole Tennessee team. I don't know what's going to happen there. It's very sad. I would like to see them playing better. I'm very happy for the Colts. The people of Indiana are very happy. It's crazy. They got their college team rocking and rolling now. And then they have the Colts rock and rolling, the Pacers. I'm happy for the state, man. God bless those people up there.
They're crushing
good,
it.
working people.
Again, here we
Yeah.
are again. Like we were talking about, the Titans. They probably wish they had Joe Flacco. The Jets. The Titans, maybe they should have kept Mike Vrabel.
You think?
What are we doing?
Yeah, man. Here we go again.
Bad teams stay bad for a reason.
Well, and like my wonderful Miami Dolphins, you know what? They always find a way to lose. That's the mark of a good team and a bad
You've got
team.
a greedy owner down there. I mean, we're not going to
Yes.
get into all the details of that because it's not on-field stuff, but it's been that way for a long time. He doesn't try to invest in the team, doesn't care. There's no long-term. It's just constantly trying to swindle people for different deals.
Exactly, Josh. It's sickening. Okay. The state of Florida and that organization that used to be really a pinnacle now is looking like a joke. And it's very sad. In a beautiful part of the country and a beautiful state, baby.
Miami.
My jammy, baby. And then tonight, this will be an interesting game, Josh. The Packers at the Steelers. Okay. I think the Packers are going to win, man, but it's hard to win in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night special, baby. What do you think, Josh? I mean,
I think the Packers are going to stick it to Aaron Rodgers. Big time.
Okay. This is going to be interesting.
You've got,
Yep.
you talk about revenge games and all that. I think
Yeah.
Jordan Love shows out. I think they've got some extra tricks up their sleeve to show. Yeah. I don't think they blow them out necessarily, but
No, you're just saying they're going to find a way to win 27-20.
I think comfortably. Like they're going to be ahead and like there won't be okay, now we need to come back. I think they're just going to, I think they're the better team and it's going
Like
to show.
27-10, and they might get a prevent or something to make it
Nah,
27-17.
I think they will be possession ahead the whole game.
Really?
I just think they're going to be they're just the better team and they're going to work
Yeah,
them
they
down.
got the Packers by 3.5 and 44.5. If you,
On the road.
yeah,
In a prime time. I mean, if that's not telling you something. If this was a neutral field, they'd probably be favored by what? A touchdown?
Yes.
Close to it?
oh God, yeah, oh it would be, it'd be 7, Josh, a neutral field.
I don't think the Steelers have it. I don't see how Rodgers can continue to get it better throughout the season. I just
You know,
Tomlin, that attrition that I'm talking about with Harbaugh and the Ravens, that's continuing to set in. I don't see it.
I like the 44.5 being an over. I think they're both going to put enough points up to get to that number, Josh. I could be wrong, but odds makers put it in.
24-20,
I know that
24-21.
I know
It could be close.
it could be close, but I think it's going to be more offense than we think. I'm looking. Here's what I'm thinking, Josh.
So you like Pittsburgh's offense?
I don't love it, but with Aaron playing better and Metcalf looking better, tight end Freiermuth looks good still. And if Warren can run the rock, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised 31-28 one way or the other.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'd be very surprised by that. I
Okay.
think Green Bay's got a solid defense. I do.
Okay.
No, I think they're a good team.
We're gonna find out. I'll tell you what, Josh, I got to share this with the audience before I forget. You know, it's Medicare season right now. Anybody that's aging in at 65, feel free to call me at 813-966-1052. You're probably getting bombarded with enough mail to choke a cow. Probably being bombarded by these silly robocalls. Look, go with a trusted advisor such as myself, Patrick Highland, who's been doing Medicare for over 30 years. I can share with you what's best for you when it comes to pharmaceutical, doctors, plans, hospitals. It behooves you to give me a call at 813-966-1052, and we can help you out with your Medicare and tell you all the choices. A lot of changes this year. You know, a lot of people don't read their annual evidence of coverage. I get it. You get so many things in the mail, you discard it. But I don't want you to be surprised come January or February. Let's nip it in the bud now so we don't have to play catch up in January and February and find a way to get you into another plan. That's not helpful to you or anybody out there. So please do yourself a favor. Give me a call at 813-966-1052, and I can save you on your Medicare premiums, and I can save you on your pharmaceutical cost, and I can get the best plan to give you the most for your buck. So again, Patrick, I'd love to meet with you, have a cup of coffee, talk a little sports, and give me a call at 813-966-1052. All right, Josh. It's time to talk about our wonderful Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If we lose this game, please say it can't happen.
Oh, of course it can happen.
No,
It's
you're
a
not allowed to
division-
say that,
A
Josh.
division game on the road.
I know,
We are so banged up.
I know.
We don't have our RB1, our wide receiver 1, our wide receiver 2.
But, man, if we let Rattler beat us at quarterback, oh, man.
He hasn't
And they're
been-
1-6.
He has not been as bad as
I
people want
know,
to make him out
but-
to be. And the
but-
Saints have,
No, Josh, I hear you, but I'm thinking we're looking more of that in fantasy purposes, playing catch up. A lot of prevent making Spencer look okay.
you still got to be able to make the throws. We see
I
plenty
agree.
of quarterbacks that
I agree with that too, but
he's looked better than Tua.
Whew, is that saying much?
But
Okay.
this is what I'm saying. He's not.
I'm joking.
We wouldn't have thought about. I mean, it looks better than the Titans. I am not that confident. I've been saying this pretty much every week with the Bucks, but like we play to our opponent.
That's the sad part.
We play
You're right.
up or we play down.
Are they going to win by more than 5?
No,
It's a field goal game if they win.
I think Vegas has it on this. I think we're talking 24-20, something like that. Again, 24-20, 24-20. It's just, you know what worries me the most?
Go
It's
ahead.
not even about the Saints. It's that Baker started to show some of those tendencies yesterday, or not
Okay.
yesterday, on Monday night, that are starting to make you, that Brett Favre gunslinging, little turnover prone.
Can we give him a break, Josh? Here's why I'm going to say let's give him a break. Okay, he didn't really get to practice with his guys for the whole week.
I
Yeah.
agreed. I'm
Yeah.
not saying this isn't
No,
make fun of Scott for the Baker MVP thing. That's
Right.
not what I'm saying
No,
at
I
all.
know, I
I'm
know.
I'm just making observations. If because of that, if he's going to try to force things and press things a little bit more, that is my concern.
You're right, Josh. What I want to see happen today is more game management from him. Win the game 24-14. We don't need a 35-27 final. Please just manage the game. Get the ball to White. Get the ball to Otten. Try to look for your best wide receiver.
I think
Egby, who
Otten
love.
could have it's National Tight End Day, whatever that means.
Yeah, is
I
that
do
funny?
think Otten could have a
agree.
big. It makes sense.
He does. Hey, Scott's able to call in, making his run for the roses. Hey, Scott, good morning to you, my friend.
I just wanted to. Sorry, I couldn't make it. I had some work issues, but I don't like my son's attitude.
You do or don't?
Don't. I think. No, I'm kidding. I think what we saw Baker throwing the ball high last week. Most of his misses were high misses.
Right.
That's what happens when you have an injured back leg.
That's correct.
And we know he is nursing an injury. I just think they come out this week. I'm going to stick with my guy. I'm not a big fantasy guy, but I think Tez Johnson is a steal.
Okay. What's your score on the game, Scott?
Oh, I think it's going to be an absolute obliviation today. I think the Bucs defense is coming out with something, ears pinned back, and I just think you're going to see a totally wide open, different offense.
Now, I wanted to spell a rumor. Okay, I'm taking your side. I got your back, Scott. People are thinking you didn't show up today because of your prediction about the Bucs last week and Baker Mayfield. Now, you really are working, right? Please tell me you're really working.
I really am. I'm heading up to a great restaurant in Newport Richie, Central Park Restaurant. Longtime customer. Great place to stop by. How's that for a cheap,
No, that's a great place. I've been there before. Great food. No, man.
But, no. I think last week was a bad game all around for the offense. We couldn't run the ball. We couldn't do. I don't think this is a vision of things to come with Baker. I just think you saw his ball flying high last week because he couldn't get a good push off.
No, there we go.
It might be the same this week. I don't know what shape he's in.
Yeah, no, you're right, man. Well, we talked earlier.
So, Joshua, you're picking the Bucs or the Saints?
No, I think Bucks are going to win. It's just not whatever word you just created, obliviation. I don't think it's going to be that.
I like that word. That's a George Bushism. Would you knock it off, young man? Okay, that's our verbiage. We make up words. Your dad knows.
Wait. Whoa. Obliviation's not a word?
Obliviate.
Right.
No. We're talking football.
Oh, then it counts. Exactly. See,
Yeah, then it counts.
Yeah, if we're talking, anything, with sports or guy things, it's okay to have a little, slang with it, Josh.
Got to make up something.
We can't always go by
but-
Webster's Dictionary for you, Mr. FSU grad, okay? I got my Tulane grad, though, on the phone line there, Mr. Attorney. And, hey, unfortunately, South Florida, we won't be talking on the air anymore about South Florida going to the playoff.
No.
Okay, thank
How
you.
about Tulane?
Long shot. I believe they have one loss. Is that correct, Joshua?
Tulane.
Yes.
Yeah, the good old Green Wave. They got to come up with another name, Scott. Come on, man, the Green Wave. What
No,
the
then
heck is
you
that?
got to change. Then you got to change the whole national anthem at the end. Instead of "Home of the Brave," it's the "Home of the Wave." We can't do that.
Oh, I see. I love it. You're killing me, kid. You're killing me.
So,
Well, we'll
all
see.
right.
Hey, brother. God bless you. Take care of yourself. We'll catch you
All
next
right.
Sunday. Have a great week. And Tampa Bay,
Yes, sir.
we appreciate you, Josh. Let's have a good Sunday, man. We need the Bucks to win, brother. I think they're going to do it. I hope they're going to do it. I just want to see good games. I don't want to see any blowouts, Josh. I hate that. So, Josh, any final thoughts or words for our wonderful audience, young man?
Nope. I hope everyone enjoys the football today. Make some good bets, eat some good food, and win all your matchups.
There you go. And as they say in horse racing, Josh, I hope all the photo finishes go your way. I hope all the instant replays go your way in the NFL, and we don't have to worry about any gambling issues like they had to in the NBA. God bless you, Tampa Bay. Be safe out there.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Discoveries in Health. I'm your host, Chris McKay, and I'm really glad you're with me today because today we're going to be talking about an issue